Hi guys, it's January 2nd. Um, I usually really worry about putting dreams up just because dreams cannot not always be from the Lord. And I've had two dreams. I didn't put the first one up, which I thought was actually pretty significant. I just have been really sick and I haven't felt very good. And my voice was really shaky, so I didn't want to put it up when I couldn't talk. But okay, so the first dream, in a nutshell, I was in a forest and it was a little bit mountainous, and I was with my husband, and there was, no rhyme or reason to it. We were just in these trails. They were very wide trails, and it was all beautiful pines, and the trails were perfectly groomed. And all of a sudden we just saw this wall of water, dirty water, like you would see inland in a tsunami. So we were far inland and in fact kind of in a mountainous region, and there was water coming at us, like tons of water. And what I did notice, which is kind of interesting, is my husband left me and ran ahead of me, and he was naked, which was really weird. But there's got to be some significance to that. He believes, but he does not, he's not filled with the Holy Spirit, I don't think. And, well, I don't try to judge people, but he's living in the world. From the world standards, he's a very good person, but he doesn't usually have much to do with God. He does everything on his own, by his own power. So I thought that was interesting. Then last night, this is the one that I thought was so interesting, and I wasn't going to put it up. And then I listened to Bold Soldier for Christ's dream this morning, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put it up. I was in a small town in Wisconsin. I live in Chicago and my family is from Minnesota, and I drive from Chicago to Minnesota often. Well, what ended up happening in my dream is that we were in some small hotel, which we never stay in hotels, but for whatever reason, we were at a hotel in Wisconsin, halfway between Minnesota and Chicago, and something happened where everything started just going crazy, and people were in this hotel from everywhere around the country, and all of a sudden the street, which was the main street of this little town, all of these people, and it was people driving, not the military. It was people, and they were all getting together in different vehicles with guns. What stood out to me is that it was the people that were fighting, not military, but there were still, people had these old tanks, people had all of these vehicles that were like old military vehicles. And you know what stood out after the dream was over is that people were fighting back, like it was the Americans fighting somebody. And it didn't seem like it was our own military. It seemed like it was like the Red Dawn situation where we were fighting against a different military, a different country. So I walked into the restroom on the lower level of the hotel, and I said to myself, man, I wish I would wake up from this dream, but I know this is not a dream. This is really happening. In my dream, I said that. I said, I wish this was a dream. And I was going to wake up in my own bed. It was so real. I said that in my dream, in my dream. I knew that it was happening. It was bizarre. I'm sorry, but there's no other word to describe it. I knew that it was real. I was so certain it was real. we were trying to use our cell phones and the cell phones wouldn't work. People were just running and scurrying all over, panicked, trying to see what was going on the news. And it was just a mess. And I couldn't find my family. I was looking everywhere. I was looking for my husband and my kids. They had already gone somewhere. For whatever reason, I couldn't find them. And I was trying to get to them and, figure out what was going on. But the one thing that did stand out to me is that in the dream, I was clearly in this washroom looking at the floor and just praying and saying, Lord, I wish I could wake up from this. I hope I wake up in my own bed, and me thinking to myself, nope, this is real. This is happening. It's not a dream. And then I woke up and I went down to the kitchen to get myself a cup of coffee this morning, and I thought, oh my gosh, I did. I woke up. It was it wasn't real. I was very happy. But I wasn't going to put it up. And then after I saw the Bold Soldier for Christ dream, I went ahead and I'm putting it up. And I'm just asking for your prayers about this. Please prayerfully discern both of these dreams, especially dreams I worry about. I don't trust myself, so I don't think you should trust me either. So definitely please pray. Okay, thanks guys. Hopefully I'll be get my voice back here soon and be able to put up some messages. Thank you. Bye. Love you guys.